We're in the middle of ranking 210 Queen songs because how much fun is that? And we're up to round 3. Let's cook this pig! Good morning / evening wherever you are. It's morning for me and it's time to smash into round 3. Try and see if I can smash round 3 and round 4 in one hit because otherwise it's going to take forever. But first, a story because it's story time. Because I've been thinking so much about Queen a lot, Queen turns up in my conversations a lot at the moment. And I don't know whether it's because of that or because I just seem to be more attuned to the big Queen in the air, or maybe it's just a Queen thing that's happening at the moment. I'm having a lot of conversations with people about Queen and it's very interesting the kind of stuff that's coming up. At a school event, I'm a teacher, this week we were having fun just playing Queen songs in the background and I was commenting on how so many greatest hits were being played. And I said, these are great songs and all, but have you heard the others? And no one really knew what I was talking about. So I put on All Dead, All Dead. Then I followed up with Millionaire's Waltz. And I was playing all these strange songs that people didn't know. And they're like, what is this? And I said, this is Queen. This is the Queen you haven't heard. I had a couple of people just like standing there, fully focused, listening to Millionaire's Waltz for the first time in their lives, just aghast at the fact that this song even existed. And that was just a really beautiful thing, seeing people hear some of these songs for the first time. If you're watching this and you seriously are into where are the greatest hits, take some time and listen to the non-greatest hit. They are seriously good. What we're going to try and do today is we're going to try and do 3 and 4, round 3 and 4 together because it'll just take a long time otherwise. So let's just smash through things. Let's get through it. Okay, here we go. First matchup is the lowest ranking ones, so 209 Ming's theme in the Court of Ming's the Merciless versus 210 Yeah. And as is always going to be the case, Yeah is going to have a hard time winning, but you know, we'll see. It hasn't met Thank God It's Christmas yet, so let's do that. And we're away. Dreams in my head, I'm hollowed out by the sadness in my head. So if you've been watching this, you'll know that Thank God It's Christmas is not my favourite Queen song, and it's up against 13. And for those of you thinking, I don't know what 13 is, 13 is the 13th track on the Made in Heaven album, 1995, and it's a 20-minute soundscape where these beautiful keyboard sounds and lots of studio vocals of Freddie and the band just talking. And it's got heaps of space and it's actually by itself pretty beautiful. It's not really a song as such, more of just a collection of soundscapes, but in this case it's a 3-0 win, 13. Any Thank God It's Christmas fans out there? I think so. My friend who's wanting to know how Delilah's going, third loss on the trot. Sorry. I must confess to not having always been a big Fat Bottom Girls song. There's something about the innuendo of the song that makes me just a little bit uncomfortable. I've never really meshed with it. However, if you just isolate out Brian May's incredible guitar sound and just what he's playing in that drop D, it is beautiful. And I think I started to appreciate it more when the movie Bohemian Rhapsody came out because they have a live montage and that song's in the background and it actually makes you just go, yeah, freaking A. And it's up against 1 Year of Love, which is a nice song, but it has a saxophone solo. Sorry to all the saxophone players out there, but if it's kind of 80s and it's a saxophone solo, we're in Careless Whisper territory and it's pretty tough to come back from that. It's going to be Fat Bottom Girls, I'm pretty sure. Purely because of guitar tone. Side note, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, was written by Anthony McCartan. Anthony McCartan is my mum's cousin. So I am first cousin once removed to the guy who wrote the Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack. Never met him, but interestingly, on the day that Freddie Mercury died, I was staying in Anthony McCartan's mum's house. I was in Plymouth doing a course. I was in year 12, I was 16. I was doing a course and I was staying in her house the same week that they announced that she died. And yeah, her son is Anthony, who wrote the movie. You know, If this could one day turn out to me actually meeting Brian May, that'd be great, but I doubt it. Say what you will about Hot Space, Staying Power is a good song. The song's got a lot of staying power. Bohemian Rhapsody watch time. And we're looking at Bohemian Rhapsody versus My Life Has Been Saved. My Life Has Been Saved ends up on the Made in Heaven album. It's fine, but there's a B-side version of it that came out around the time of the Miracle, I think, and it's just got this much nicer driving bass to it. And so I don't like listening to the Made in Heaven version, I love listening to the B-side version. It's just a beautiful version of it. So it's better than you think. However, to get Bohemian Rhapsody, Bohemian Rhapsody's going to switch. If you haven't heard Soul Brother, you really should. So we've got You're My Best Friend and We Will Rock You, both great hits. One of the things that really gets me about We Will Rock You, everyone talks about, the guitar at the end. This is actually my favourite Freddie Mercury vocal track. Freddie has to carry a song by himself. It's got so much power in it. It's my favourite Freddie Mercury vocal track, hands down. But as the song, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you haven't heard Feelings, you should. Oh, these two songs are so brutal. I love them. Okay, some of these matchups are starting to get pretty powerful. I'm starting to notice a real lift in the quality of the matchups. This experiment is working out okay at the moment. So Silver Salmon is a demo track. It comes from the Smile days, and then Queen would play it all the time in warm-ups and things, so there's plenty of demo recordings of it. It's currently ranked 15th. I mean, round 3, early days, but it's currently ranked 15th. So, what does that tell you? I mean, how do you choose between Coming Soon and Dragon Attack? I couldn't hold you there for long. Final matchup of round 3, Let Me Entertain You, the brutal teeth-filled song from 1978's Jazz, and Innuendo, the opening track of Innuendo from 1991, and both are stunners, both deserve to be in the top slot for round 3. So yeah, how do you separate these two? When my wife and I were living in England in 2003, we went to see the We Will Rock You show, which is terrible. It's okay, but like the first half was interesting, the second half was just far too much Ben Elton tacky jokes, which made me want to jump in front of moving traffic. But they opened with Innuendo. You were in the theatre and you had all the instruments kind of smashing out this song, and it was just this incredible moment. And Joe often talks about how I burst into tears. Yeah, really big moment. But what do you do? How do you separate? Like that. Okie dokie, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time analysing this. I'll show you all the tables and stuff, but we need to smash on to round 4. But one thing that's really interesting is, like, it took me about 26-27 minutes to do that round. And that was with having gone through and thought about a few of the tracks beforehand. So I'm scared. I'm very scared. Bohemian Rhapsody, 57. Thank God It's Christmas watch, if that's a thing, is you're at 208. Top 4 albums, Day at the Races, Night at the Opera, The Miracle, and Queen 2. Chase me. Brian May edging away there. Come on, John! Okay, let's round 4 before we all die. This is Jenna. Say hello, Jenna. Jenna is A, my daughter, and B, she's also a Queen fan in her own right, although not as big as me. And if we did this as a BTS thing, she'd be in. She's here for one specific reason. So let's just get first matchup out of the way. Dear Friends versus Yeah. Dear Friends, lovely little instrumental moment versus Yeah. And again, Yeah is going to find it difficult to win, so let's just do that. That one there. Okay, right, so that's done. Let's move past that. Right, so the reason why Jenna is here is that Thank God It's Christmas, 208 ranked Thank God It's Christmas, is up against Dog with a Bone. And I said to Jenna, Thank God It's Christmas, it looks like it might have a win. And she was horrified. Tell me why you're horrified.
Because Thank God It's not great, and Dog with a Bone's a little bit.
So, you heard it here. Jenna thinks that Dog with a Bone is one of the best Queen songs. So yeah. What do you like about Dog with a Bone?
I don't know. I just...
Cool. So, if I don't choose Dog with a Bone, are we still good? Okay, alright then. Well, integrity was worth more to me than the love of my family. So, we're going to do this. Thank God It's Christmas just won a song. That means it's pretty much guaranteed not to be 210. Sorry.
Ow.
This is going to cause rifts in our family that will last years and years. Jenna's horrified. She's going to leave me. Delilah won! Yes! Friends Will Be Friends is good, but it's okay.
Out for it weighs a ton. The wolf he leaps is smooth but dumb. I must die for the Messiah. Till the sun is a rocket ship. Now!
Cool Cat, that's second to last song on the Hot Space album, the often panned Hot Space album from 1982. Cool Cat used to be my favourite Queen song. Like, it was a small time, but I just really loved the space and the groove. So yeah, for it to be 145th, that's not stayed there, but... I'm a big prog rock fan. Early Genesis, yes. Dream Theater, if you want to be adventurous. Listen to my own music and you'll hear a lot of prog influences. The Queen have never really been prog. They've had a lot of the elements of prog, but they're not. They're a big, fat, in-your-face rock band. However, if you were going to say, is there a Queen prog song, it would be the Black Queen. It's 6.5 minutes of power, and it's all over the place, and it moves in a story-like form, and it's just gorgeous. So that, I always look at it and go, Queen prog. Prophet Song is another one I talk about, but often March Black Queen's rightly so. So Blazing on the Sunday Afternoon is a beautiful, beautiful track, and I love the theatre in it. And if an album was going to be prog, it would be Night at the Opera. And the theatre in Blazing on the Sunday Afternoon is good, but I lean slightly towards March of the Black Queen. Now we get to the Bohemian Rhapsody watch moment of Bohemian Rhapsody versus Sleeping on the Sidewalk. Sleeping on the Sidewalk is from News of the World, which is a not insignificant album in itself, and Sleeping on the Sidewalk, I've always been amazed that it's just so bare bones and simple compared to most other Queen tracks. and so I have a soft spot for it. It's also blues. I'm kind of, a blues guitarist. Bohemian Rhapsody is going to trounce in this matchup. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So if you are watching Bohemian Rhapsody closely, then, good on you. So this one is a nod to my brother, Bob, who is my drummer, and I send him albums with songs all the time and say, hey, can you put some drums to it? And he does an incredible job. So I know he will be watching this, because if anyone else is, it will be him. So this is a nod to you. My absolute favourite drummer in the world. Doesn't trade for anyone, not even John Bonham, were he alive. When I asked him and a few other people, favourite Queen song, he said Fairy Fella's Masterstroke. And, all power to that choice. And in this instance, I've got to give it to Fairy Fella's over Save Me 3-1. So Fairy Fella's, sitting at 50th position, is moving up, and that's a good thing. And a special thank you, Bob, to you being my drummer for so long. I know because you're my brother, you kind of have to, but at the same time, you make my passable stuff sound very, 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 very good. So, yeah, thank you. So if you haven't heard I Go Crazy, stop what you're doing now, even if it's watching this video, and go and listen to I Go Crazy. It is such a powerful song, and it's just all tea. And it's sitting at 37th at the moment, and it's going to beat The Night Comes Down, which has long been one of my favourite Queen songs. And it's going to do so because it's amazing. So, Feelings is a song that I think was dated from around the News of the World album, and it's a demo, and you can kind of hear lots of the versions of it. And it turns out there was a song that Queen would do often when they were warming up to do recording, and so they're very good at it. And it's a song in its own right, and it's gorgeous. And it's a shame that we never got to see it officially, but you can hear it now thanks to the wonder of the internet. And it's a really strong song, but you can't hold a candle to a million years, what are you going to do? I don't often go for ballads. I do like songs with teeth. And so in a matchup like Spread Your Wings and Dragon Attack is amazing. I almost cried when they started playing it at the Queen concert in Auckland in 2014. But Spread Your Wings, as a ballad, it's so powerful and beautiful. What do you do? You choose. I flip a coin. Death on Two Legs, one of the best songs ever, versus Coming Soon, one of the best songs ever. Oh, these are starting to hurt. It's Late versus Father to Son. That's a big matchup. So that is like Father to Son is one of my all-time favourites, but It's Late is also one of my all-time favourites. This is so far the biggest matchup I've had in this whole thing. If you haven't heard both those songs, go and hear them now. Our final matchup, our number one currently is Innuendo, and our number two is Was It Worth It? Innuendo, most people know that. If you don't, why are you here? And Was It Worth It is the last song on the Miracle album, which was my first Queen album. I've always kind of had a connection with the song that goes deeper than most others. While Innuendo is undoubtedly incredible, I have to do that. That's not fun. Okay, so that's the end of round 4, and so very interesting. So our top 10 at the moment is Was It Worth It, Long Away, Father to Son, Show Must Go On, Drowse, White Man, Innuendo, White Queen, All Dead, and Millionaire Waltz. And that's pretty huge. Day at the Races, 4 songs in the top 10. That's pretty extraordinary. And then in the top 20, there's a whole lot more from Night of the Opera. So, gosh, let's roll through that top 210 now. A couple of greatest hits at the top. Bohemian Rhapsody is now 19th. So, if you're a Bohemian Rhapsody fan, 19th. So that's not bad from 190 something. 7Z's 39. Radio Gaga breaking the top 50. After 60, there's a whole bunch of greatest hits. Lots sitting middle of the road. Don't Stop Me Now in 100. Lots of interesting things around here. I'm seeing a bit more of the hot space in the game at the moment. Now we're starting to see the Flash Gordon ones. Okay, our bottom 10. Marriage of Dale and Ming, Hijack My Heart, Too Much Love Will Kill You, My Secret Fantasy, Body Language, Dog with a Bone, Blurred Vision, Friends Will Be Friends, Face It Alone, and Yeah. So where's Thank God It's Christmas? 199th. So there we go. Let's have a look at the other details. Thou the Racist, Miracle Queen 2, News of the World, and Night at the Opera. It's a good top 5. Made in Heaven, Flash Gordon, Hot Space, Smile, and Queen Rocks. That's an interesting bottom 5. Okay, this is cool. Non-greatest hits, 1.5. Okay, that seems right. Your average song is right. Greatest hits 1, 1.8. Greatest hits 2, 1.7. Greatest hits 3, 1.3. So, highest being 3, lowest being 0. That's John Deacon's gone down from 1.28 to 1.26. It's from the last round. At least they're all kind of feeling up. Come on, John, you can do it. So I wouldn't have thought that Brian May was my favourite songwriter, but maybe. A-sides, so singles, 1.6. Just normal tracks, 1.6. B-sides, 1.2. Demos, flat 1. Interesting. One other fascinating thing that I've noticed as I was just going through is I do have this set up to alert me when there are double A's so that I can repair them as best I can so I don't have the same matchup because in the Swiss system I don't. But I forgot to check that before round 4 and found that Bicycle Race and Stone Cold Crazy met in the first round and again in the 4th round. So we're just going to have to let that go because I'm not going to go through and redo this. And then I'm going to make sure that there's a few repairings that I'm going to have to do for round 5. So I'll sort that out and we'll talk about that in round 5. But there we go. This now looks like something, and I can look at it now and I can see that songs are now starting to sit roughly where they're going to be. The next video we'll do round 5 and 6 and we'll see if that does much the same thing. Good fun. Good fun. And if you've got this far, you are a champion. See you for round 5.